today was the first day that people could buy Coinbase stock. And it was kind of funny, as soon as it looked as though people were able to buy Coinbase stock, the cryptos started to decline in price. It's like people basically said, hey, I get to sell my Bitcoin and Ethereum and buy Coinbase stock. Now, here's some reasons that I think that are really interesting to keep in mind. If you think about Coinbase as a leader, Coinbase is the absolute largest exchange for Bitcoin. There's no other larger exchange than that. So when like a newbie thinks about investing in crypto, they're thinking about Coinbase because it has a really simple interface, and it really is actually fun to use. But it's not like Robinhood where they have like a lot of fancy graphics to try to entice you to buy. It's just a fun and easy site, and it's very simple to use. And the creator of the site knew in the beginning of Bitcoin and was a great idea, but for most people it was very, very hard to actually invest in cryptos because you basically had to be a nerd back in the day. It was not very user friendly at all. And so that was the reason why Coinbase started. Now, as an investor, one thing you should keep in mind is that if more and more people start investing in cryptos, they're going to be putting more and more money into it, which means there are commissions to be gained. And right now, I believe that Coinbase makes about 0.5% on each transaction, which is pretty good. I mean, as the money goes straight into Coinbase's pocket. Is that correct? Or is it a little bit less than that? It's like 0.5. I think
0.5%.
I believe
every transaction you make?
I believe it might be a little bit less if you use Coinbase Pro, because then you are considered a market maker. Is that correct?
Something like that.
There might be a little bit less commission for the more professional people who use Coinbase Pro, although you don't have to be a pro to use it. And it's something
I highly recommend figuring out how to use the Coinbase Pro, because the Coinbase, it will have a significant amount of market spread.
Yeah, you get a way better deal if you buy your cryptos with Coinbase Pro, because you get to put limit orders, and so that eliminates the risk and you're just going to get a bad price. Now, let's think about why should you buy Coinbase. One of the major reasons why is because when you're the first to anything, you have a huge advantage. And Coinbase, because it really is like almost like a household name to anyone who uses, like if you want to search for cryptos like on the App Store probably or Google Play, you're going to end up with Coinbase because it has a good name recognition. It's considered reputable. Like people I know who don't know anything about cryptos, they actually say, hey, why don't I buy it through Coinbase? It's just a really good site, and I think it's like it really has a significant lead over the competitors. The other thing about this is that we can see that cryptos are becoming more and more part of the mainstream. And what's interesting about it, even the fact that there was a listing on the exchange, shows that things have changed so much in terms of cryptos. When cryptos first started, it was basically like a thing for people who wanted to buy illicit things on the underworld, just the black market, all kinds of illegal things and substances. But now cryptos have matured quite a bit to a point where Tesla is putting some of the money into cryptos. So this is not a fly-by-night kind of thing anymore. This is starting to become really serious, and a lot of companies have been saying, hey, why don't we, even if you don't want to invest in cryptos directly, you can invest in companies that are related to it, have some kind of tangential purpose or connection to it, and Coinbase is a perfect opportunity. Now, right now, Coinbase is valued at about $85 billion. Now, it did decline today, and I must admit, I do feel a little bit dumb that I bought it at not the price that's not ideal. I actually bought it, then sold it for a loss, but then bought it back cheaper at a different price. So that's the problem with these. When you buy on the first day, you tend to get a little bit too excited. I actually recommend that you do not do what I did. You don't get too excited. There's no harm done in waiting a little bit. You usually get a bad price when you get a little bit too excited about something. And I think Danny got a better price than me.
I did get a better price because I saw it was down about $100 off the high in about an hour. It was trading up to 430, and when I saw it go under 330, I was like, I have a feeling that the algorithms were doing this just to scare everyone out. So I went in with a small position, and I'll probably be adding to it.
Well, some people claim that it went down because when you have the direct listing, the people are allowed to sell immediately to insiders. What do you think about that?
It's probably it seems like many IPOs go way down at first, like Facebook immediately went down too. So
yep,
but eventually it went back up. So
I think that because so many people want to escape the declining dollar and the euro and the Japanese yen, and they're going to be buying cryptos, and they're not going to be doing it through some nerdy way to buy cryptos, which probably is cheaper. They're probably going to use an exchange like Coinbase, and so by buying into the stock, it actually has a really I believe this is indeed one of those stocks that could go up 10 times. Now, it's not going to do that in one day, but I do believe that over the long run, I think this could reward people quite a bit of money. But of course, do your own research. Don't buy it just because I talked about it. And also, if you want to make good money, you need to smash the like button for the Google algorithm. So see you in another video. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in another video.